welcome to KBHU TV News. I'm Elli Nordstrom.
And I'm Nick Heeb. CNN reports Australia is pulling 1,550 troops out of Afghanistan. The Prime Minister of Australia, Julia Gillard, announced plans to pull them out earlier than planned. This was after a weekend of attacks that marked how much the security forces have improved. There is currently 130,000 troops left in Afghanistan from 50 different countries. 90,000 are U.S. soldiers. The U.S. Secretary announced in February that they hope to end the combat mission in 2013.
The Space Shuttle Discovery landed in Washington, D.C. Tuesday to be placed in the Smithsonian Museum. Discovery was brought from Kennedy Space Center on a specially modified Boeing 747. The shuttle made a series of flybys near the Space Center and over Washington, D.C. before landing at Dulles International Airport. Crowds below watched as the Boeing 747 flew over their heads on Discovery's historic flight to the Smithsonian. CNN's reporter Lizzie O'Leary says that a family camped in the parking lot of the airport to watch the shuttle come in.
You may have noticed that the trees in the Black Hills are turning brown. This is because a pest known as mountain pine beetles are eating away the Black Hills. Tori Vetti has more.
The mountain pine beetle continues to be a threat to the Black Hills. Black Hills National Forest Service, along with city and county crews, have been working hard to contain the problem. The mountain pine beetle, which is only about the size of a ladybug, burrows into the tree and lays its eggs under the bark. This infects the cambium layer, which is what supplies the tree with water and nutrients. Pitch tubes on the tree's exterior are the telltale signs that the tree has been infected. Pitch tubes are popcorn-shaped masses of resin around the hole where the beetles have entered. Ryan Bissell, marking crew foreman and forestry technician for the Black Hills National Forest Service, explains how the epidemic is being dealt with.
By thinning out dense areas of timber, it makes it harder for the bark beetle to fly from tree to tree to try and nest into the trees. So simply by spacing out the trees, a lot can be done to help prevent the spread of bark beetle.
Because of the increase of dead trees and the lack of precipitation this spring, fire danger will be a major concern for the summer.
Ifritz, the hookah lounge in Rapid City, is under investigation. Recent test results could cause the lounge to face serious financial consequences. The substance coming out of a hookah pipe is smoke as defined by South Dakota law, and testing was completed using a multi-rate gas meter that detected 5 toxins also found in cigarettes and cigars. In any establishment, smoke combined with alcohol consumption is illegal. Pennington County State's Attorney Glenn Brenner says Ifritz needs to either remove the hookah or remove the alcohol. Ifritz has about 2 weeks to comply or face punishment.
Student Support Services has a new location. Joshua Maxwell has more.
No longer will students have to sit in the basement of Winona Cook to get their studies done. Student Support Services, or better known as SSS, has a new location. SSS was previously in the basement of Winona Cook, a resident hall on the BHSU campus. The new location is located on the first floor of Woodburn in the Student Success Center, giving the students a more inviting environment to get their studies done. SSS faculty say they have been waiting a long time to get this new space to tutor their students. The new location has a few more offices, giving it more space for tutors such as Cody McMichael to help students reach their true potential. For more information about SSS, please contact Susan Hupp at 605-642-6824. I'm Joshua Maxwell reporting for KBHU TV News.
Students are practicing for a new play production. Miranda Cruz has more.
The end of spring semester gives rise to many big events on campus, from lectures to the American Indian Awareness Week. But now it's the theater department's turn. Black Hills State University Theater Department will be presenting the production of House of Blue Leaves. I spoke with Bert Durand, director of the production, to gain more information.
It's about a middle-aged man that's going through a crisis. He wants to be a songwriter, but he works at the Sioux. His wife has had a mental breakdown, and her name is Bananas. So he found another woman in a steam bath, and her name is Bunny. She lives downstairs from him, and he started to have an affair with her. Their son has just been drafted into the Army, going off to Vietnam. He decides to come home and blow up the Pope, which he doesn't do. He ends up killing a starlet instead. The starlet's fiance comes to pick up the body, ends up falling in love with Bunny, and they go off to Australia to make a movie about kangaroos.
Not only do these students worry about their lines, but they also worry about semester finals.
Yes, yes. Everything we do in the theater, all of the extracurricular activities that we do, they really don't receive any credit for it, no money for it. It's just, they basically donate their time.
House of Blue Leaves opens April 19th at 7:30 p.m. and is free for students and faculty. This is Miranda Cruz reporting for KBHU.
Spearfish has seen a recent influx of new residents as a result of the increase of employment in the North Dakota oil fields. According to the Rapid City Journal, lack of housing and high house prices have discouraged oil field workers from living in North Dakota. Rick Tisdall, a Spearfish realtor, says high wages in the oil fields have given workers plenty of cash to spend, but the workers aren't spending the money on housing. Tisdall said they can afford a mid-range home and can probably afford an upper-range home, but they're going to be conservative and not spend all their money on housing. Tisdall did mention, however, that while the recent interest in housing is a welcome, the boom and bust nature of oil fields makes the chances of an increase in sales doubtful.
The Black Hills State University Concert Band will be performing this Monday in Meyer Recital Hall. Colton Nicholson has more.
The concert band here at Black Hills State is growing more excited as the performance date draws near. Many of the students have been practicing outside of rehearsal time to make sure that the pieces being performed go without error. The concert band is performing a pop-themed music genre this semester, so many of the audience members will be able to relate to the music being performed.
Every now and then we like to do a pops concert. The students in the band worked really hard in the fall, and we had a great concert, and this music is usually more fun to play, and the audiences like stuff that they can recognize, so it works pretty well for everybody.
As not all people know, the concert band is open to anyone who wants to join and is willing to meet on a weekly basis.
The band's open to anyone who plays a band instrument. We don't have auditions, and it's a great way to have a group of 50 or 60 immediate friends. I know so many students who were in band and our choir, in choir in high school, but for some reason they don't do it when they get to college, and I don't know if they feel like they don't have time or they feel like the music might be too hard, but we've got groups that are open to most levels of performers, and we, the more the merrier. We always enjoy having students come in and play. So,
for more information about this event, please visit the BHSU website. For KBHU TV News, I'm Colton Nicholson.
Pavlo, a Greek guitarist, will perform at the Matthews Opera House on Tuesday, April 24th at 7:30 p.m. Pavlo is on his Six String Boulevard world tour performing his new album, Six String Boulevard. Attendees will have the chance to win an autographed guitar after the performance. Pavlo's performance will include additional guest musicians. The night will include a combination of classic Mediterranean music and talented musicians.
How do you avoid a traffic ticket? How about this? Try writing a physics paper on how you did stop, but the cop could not tell from a distance. It worked for a University of California, San Diego's physicist. FoxNews.com say Dmitry Kriko, a senior research scientist, produced a 4-page paper entitled The Proof of Innocence. In this paper, he argued that it was physically impossible for him to have broken the law. Dmitry emphasized the difference between linear and angular velocity, and what the police officer witnessed was actually an illusion inconsistent with reality. It's the same reason why trains seem to move slowly when they're far away, but speed up as they get closer. Kriko has since uploaded this paper online, calling it a way to fight your traffic tickets. Thanks for watching.
Have a great day.
I get a good feeling